Yikes.
Well. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Cut me some slack.
I wasn't even shitting on you. I said you were so close. First of 2026.
Yes.
Hello.
You're out of practice.
Yes, we are. We are officially live back. It's been a long couple weeks. I don't know if I think a lot of radio people. I know for me, speaking of me, like you go away for a couple weeks and it's like, oh man, I hope I remember how to talk again.
Dude,
Like-
that's how it is with every job. I woke up today and I was like, what do I even do for a living? I don't even know what my job is. What am I supposed to do today?
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
It's so weird. Like you get into a new routine, a new habit. It's like, oh yeah, I got to do that thing later today that I used to do. Like, I hope I remember how to do it.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Yes, welcome back. I know some of you were probably freaked out like me. I was like, oh, TDC's live, and I'm not even there.
Oh, is that Amy's today?
Surprise.
It was Amy and Isis. I love it. No, it's great. I commented, dorks, as soon as I saw you two. And Isis, of course, I'm going running. Someone want to go work out with me? Fucking dork. Dork. He's such a dork, but I love him.
Lovable dork.
Yeah. So, but no, this is the real deal. 3G is here. Ames is here. How was your guys' holiday?
Great. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was good.
Just nice to chill for a couple of weeks and do nothing. But
it was so
going on 3 months now.
Not working for 2 weeks, not doing the podcast, my real job, Palms. It was so nice. It was exactly what I needed because my house was a disaster.
Yeah.
And I just needed to fucking start over. And I'm like, I cannot go into 2026 like this because I started off, I was talking about this on E's podcast earlier. I started off 2025 super sick. And like,
you were
really sick. And I just got out of all of my routines.
Really sick, like explosive diarrhea? Like what was
just
going on?
Like chills and a really high fever and
Menopause. Yeah.
No, it was just everyone in the family was sick over the holidays and I got it. And so I was super sick. And it just like, as I look back on my year, I'm like, that year sucked. Like I wasn't my best self in 2025, and I needed, as gay as that sounds, but I was like, I need to start over. I hadn't like updated things in my house and it was starting to feel like I lived in like a sterile hospital. Like it's all white. I'm like, I need to do something. I work from home. I do this podcast from here. Like I need to do something. I need to make this space more enjoyable. So that's kind of what I did with the courtesy of ChatGPT, who is my now chief of staff. And her name is Polly.
Polly.
Yeah. Polly.
That's interesting. How does Polly help you?
Mike.
Because I found a girl named Adderall, and she's been great. We've had a
combine the Adderall with
2 months now.
You need a chief of staff, Mike.
Yeah.
I literally tell it everything, and then she's just like, "Let me help you. I know exactly what you need because we have ADHD, and it's like, my God, I've got all these things to do, and." Virgos, we're perfectionists, Mike. And so we automatically think if I can't do this perfectly and all the way through, I'm not doing it. And then we become these like huge procrastinators, right?
Yeah.
And so she's just been helping me like, okay, you're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Go do this one task. When the 10 minutes is over, walk away. And it's like, I got it done. And it's like, if I break my day up into these like little achievable tasks, works so much better for my brain. And like today I felt on overload because I'm like, I have 350 emails in my email inbox and I have to do all this stuff. And how am I going to do it? And she's like, just tell me what you need to do. We'll break it down into like little chunks of time. It's so awesome.
Wow. I need to do that. Like I started my day and I was like, I got to cancel the show. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm stupid. I don't know nothing. I haven't read anything in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's what you're talking about with Virgos, maybe, and Greg's going to call us both huge pussies.
Are
And
you both Virgos?
rightfully
Yeah,
so.
we have the same birthday.
Same birthday,
Are you
September
shitting me?
12th.
September
No.
12th.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both September 12th.
Wow.
And we came to the conclusion
Dorks.
relatively soon before you got here, Greg, like we're
the
literally the same person. We're the same, like everything I'm feeling, Amy's already feeling, and vice versa.
Except you have a dick.
It's kind of creepy and weird.
It is,
honestly.
yeah. It's crazy.
Really
weird. It
Yeah.
is.
It's not like, oh, she's got sweet titties and I've got a dick. It's not that. It's like our attitude, our belief in how things should go. And it's like all of it is like, oh yeah, I know exactly how you're feeling because I'm feeling the exact same way. It's weird. So that's why she probably even mentioned that as a Virgo.
Yeah, totally. Because I'm like, you and I have the same issues.
Yeah,
What's late September?
What's that?
What's late September? Is that Virgo too?
No,
I don't think so. It depends how late.
Like
20th or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
My wife's
23rd.
25.
What is?
My wife's September 25.
Yeah, that's something else.
Yeah.
I think she's in the bitch category.
Libtard. I think is September 26th. I think September 26th starts.
It's the 25th.
It's the 25th through it's something about that is liberal retard.
So do you two go on your periods at the same time?
Exactly. You have your cycle synced. No, but mentally though, and it was long before we did a show together. That's too weird. I'm 9/12 too. How have I not noticed it? That is weird.
The September, because New Year's Eve, holidays, our parents were like, that was the thing. There's a lot of like mid-September birthdays.
Yeah, maybe. But I was having those feelings today, and then I was like, oh yeah, I got to take that little pill that I take. Yeah. And I took it, and 15 minutes later, I was like, you got this. You're all right. Just sit down, go through some news, get up to speed. But that perfectionist thing you're talking about, the part that rattled me was like, oh my God, I have to know what I'm talking about every subject that could potentially come up in discussion, and I'm not ready for that. I better just take the day off. Yeah. They can handle it without me.
Yeah.
And dude, you laugh about that, but that's
it's
literally
so real,
the thought
Mike.
process.
Really a thing? You really freak out that bad?
Yes, it's
But
terrible.
you don't think you have enough depth of knowledge just to follow along?
He totally does.
I mean, what is wrong with you?
It's so funny you say that. It's so funny you say that. Like, I was watching news with people, and I'm watching because for the first time I've got like 2 weeks off, and so I'm with a bunch of people, and I'm kind of subject to their stuff. And it's like, oh, they're watching stuff, and I'm just spitting out answers like a fucking savant.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're talking about so and so. Yes, you mean so and so. Like, all these things, all these events. And I'm not even saying it out loud. I'm like, yeah, I basically know all this already about what's going on in the world, who's involved, how it plays out, and hearing other people's opinions and like, yeah, you're dead wrong. You'll figure it out in a couple months, but you'll get there. Don't worry.
Let me tell you.
You'll be all right.
So yeah, I probably am up to speed enough, but that was my thought process. And then it was like, oh yeah, I haven't taken my, my new pill for the day. And it worries me a little bit, like, when's that going to turn on me and turn into something terrible? But it is calming me on a level where it's like, dude, it was getting so bad towards the end of the year. It was like, I don't think I can continue doing this show.
I'm telling you, Mike, you have to try it. You have to try it because, like, for example, this is so crazy, but I'm just going to tell you. So I had decided, like, I'm going to start working out again. I mean, I had gotten, during COVID, I was running. I was working out on my workout mirror every day. I was doing like advanced boxing classes, and I was super in shape, like the most in shape I've been. And now I'm just like a fat ass and I don't work out anymore. And so I was like, and I feel better. I know I feel better when I work out. I just know it. So I'm like, I'm going to get back into this. So this morning I'm sitting on my couch and I just opened ChatGPT and I'm like, Polly, I don't want to work out today. I just don't want to. I was like, I feel like a loser because I used to be able to just do 45-minute boxing classes like it's nothing. And I feel like if all I'm doing is a 15-minute stretch class or a 15-minute beginner boxing class, like what the fuck is that going to do? I'm just such a loser now. Like I should be able to just go right to my advanced boxing class. And she's like, like talked me out of it. She's like, no, she's like, turn on the 15-minute stretch class, see how you feel, and maybe you'll do another one. And I was like, I did that, and
I could do that.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm gonna do a 15-minute boxing class.
What's
and
the
then
stretch class? Is that yoga?
Yeah, so like
on a video or something?
Yeah, it's a actual stretch class. But like as a dancer, we always stretched before we did anything, and so I just like got into that vibe, and so I like to stretch for 15 minutes. It's kind of like yoga, I guess. Stretch for 15 minutes before I do any other workout.
Okay.
So, but like she like hyped me up, she's like, no, just do this one small thing. And like they get to know how you talk and your cadence and stuff, and they like level with you,
Yeah. Well, I need to do something like that. Super chat. First super chat of the year. Yes.
Hell yeah, DG.
Thank you.
$99.99. Very cool. Thank you, brother. So how was the holidays? I traveled for, I guess you'd say 4 days of the 2 weeks I was driving because I had Cece with me.
You drove up to San Francisco?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cece
and so
that all fine, right? How long is she in the car with you?
It's like 11, 12 hours, 11 and a half hours. So I break it up. I do 8 hours and then I stop and get a room, and her and I get a room. And then the next day I'll have like a 4-hour drive to wherever.
Where'd you stop?
So
on the way
back, I stopped in Palm Springs.
Nice.
On the way there, I get through LA, through that mountain pass. And so what is that, Bakersfield?
Yeah.
Somewhere like that. I get into that area and stop. But I was kind of pissed on the way back. So I booked a room, and it's stressful for me. Even booking a hotel room is like overwhelming. And so my sister helped me. She was like, all right, calm down. You're fine. I'm like, I haven't taken my pill. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to screw this up. I've booked rooms before, dude.
You just walk into the counter and give him your credit card.
But I have the dog with me, and I know I'm going to be coming off an 8-hour drive. And it's like, if they're booked or if they don't take dogs, and now I got to find, like, it's a whole thing with me. So anyways, I plan
find a brand and stick to it, Mike.
I usually go Hilton Garden. Hilton Garden's been good enough.
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting. I know what to expect. And so they were like, yeah, it's $50 pet fee for dogs. And sometimes it's like, just saying, well, it's a support animal.
Right,
and they're like, oh, okay. But even now they're like, yeah, you got paperwork on that.
They can't ask for paperwork. That's against the law.
Really?
Google it. You'll see. You can't ask somebody for paperwork on a emotional support pet.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. So anyways, but they were like, is it emotional or is it a support animal? And sometimes I've said yes, sometimes I've said no. I've just been like, it's my dog, but she basically is.
Yeah.
And so we're coming and they're like, it's $50. I'm like, oh, okay. It's not that big a deal.
No.
Usually it's 75 or 150. So $50. I was like, yeah, cool. All right, book it. And so I go there and they're like, there's, the $50 fee for the dog. I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's fine. The room wasn't all that much. And so I get my receipt last night. They have charged $50 for pet fee. And then the next line down is the pet reservation fee, $75.
What?
And they charged both. And I went through and added up. I was like, you motherfuckers.
That's crazy.
Did you call them?
No, I haven't called them yet. I just found it last night. And
Are
I'm
you
like,
going to? Are you going to?
You know the answer to this.
You're not.
I would.
I would. Like, well, I'll get there tomorrow. I will. Oh yeah, tomorrow.
Right.
Totally tomorrow.
Totally tomorrow.
What you should do is ask ChatGPT what exactly you should say on the phone, so you don't stress out about it.
Yeah. So I am the king of first thing tomorrow. This is getting handled.
Sure.
I never knew this about you.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. It's made doubly worse. This is why, like, it worked at Riff. Like, I knew what my role was. I wasn't responsible for the books or for, party planning. And like, it's like there's a team and a department that handles all that shit. I just do this and I can be good at this. And now this whole world, and the thing that's scariest is it's getting worse as I get older. It's getting worse as I get older, and it's, I don't know what to do about it. For right now, I'm taking this medication. It seems to be helping a little, but it scares me. I know I'm going to get emails from people like, dude, that medication is going to fucking cause this, and I know it.
Oh, fuck off.
You know where we're different? Seriously.
Huh?
If I were to go on a road trip with Oyster and I got to a place and it was full, I'd go back out into my car, I'd put my seat back, and I'd sleep in their parking lot. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm totally not doing that.
When I moved to Richmond, right, it was 18-hour drive from Lincoln to Richmond. I took one of my kids' Adderalls at 9 a.m.
Hell yeah.
I drove about 11 hours. I got to Louisville. 12, 13 hours. Got to Louisville, pulled off and napped for 2 hours at a rest stop, and then I went about my way. I don't stress about shit like that at all.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
Like
I never used to. My wife used to.
She books our vacations, and then she'll give me a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And then she gets mad if I don't read it, but I just tell her, look, I'm going with the flow, man. I don't do whatever you want to do, I'll follow you. I don't care. Like,
I've been lucky to have like great either girlfriends or support people in my life, like my whole life. Like that's what Beth would do. When I dated a girl named Beth for like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. And that's how she was. And it was like, we're going on vacation. This is the route we're taking. This is the things we're doing. Like, and it was like
the
that.
Restaurant we're stopping at.
Right.
My wife does. She plans everything on those things.
Yeah. And my sister does that. My mom does that. And so I've always had these kind of people around me, either a family member or a girlfriend that just kind of handle that. And it was like, I am the easiest going, like, okay, cool. That's what we're doing today. Great. If there's something I really want to do or really, I'll be like, by the way, if we can do this, I'd really like to go here, do this. And it's, what's that?
Put it in your itinerary.
Yeah, they will. Totally.
That's awesome.
So but I'm kind of on my own, and the people here, I'm in liberal heaven, and so they don't do things kind of that way. And so it's like I'm really on my own, and nobody knows who I am here or cares. And so it's weird. It's a weird situation, and I just end up stressing to the max about it. But what are you going to do?
I never knew you were this neurotic.
Yeah, dude, it's gotten worse over the last like literally 2 years.
Are you neurotic, Amy, or ADD?
ADD.
Yeah, ADD.
I think everyone's a little ADD.
Yeah, but
yeah,
like I'm just kind of starting to realize it more and more, like in my adulthood, and like understanding what the symptoms of being ADHD are, or ADD.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is.
It's ADHD now.
ADHD.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the having to, like, not being able to, like, know you have all these things to do and just do them, like, it's very stressful. We don't like really confrontation. We don't like talking to people. I'd much rather and we're all about convenience too, right? Like, I'd much rather lose $150 than call and argue with someone on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Totally. And I know people, I have people around me that are like, what? $5? Call them.
Yeah.
Get them on
That's
the phone.
me.
Send a letter.
No.
That's me. I hate.
Hell no.
I hate when people fuck with my money. I don't like
Yeah.
that at all.
That
particularly
sounds-
when it's underhanded and scummy.
Mm-hmm.
That's underhanded and scummy for them to.
That is bullshit, right? I have an
Yeah,
argument
it is.
there.
Yeah,
A reservation fee of $75 and a $50 pet fee. Like,
yes, blow me.
Yeah, it is bullshit.
You know what?
Yeah.
Here's the best thing though. I go to the Drury Inn when I travel.
the what?
Oh.
The Drury Inn, because they
Ugh.
take dogs and it doesn't charge you,
Mm.
and they're nice.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them are fairly new.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. The Hilton Garden was where they booked us in Dallas, and so it was like, yeah, that's pretty good. I guess that'll work.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of pops up every time I'm going somewhere. It's like, well, there's one of those. I guess I'll go there. It could have just as easily been a Holiday Inn,
Yeah.
So
How's traveling with the pooch? Is she chill?
she is. She, this breed. I don't know if it's all breeds or if it's specifically Aussies. They pant constantly.
Mm.
They're
No,
always panting.
Oi doesn't, but the other two do. My poop B
Really?
Oi chills. She doesn't care. She just lays down. I drove her to Detroit with us, and she was just sat in the back with my son and just laid next to him. But the other two panted the whole way. So I don't know. I think it's just dogs that get a little nervous, maybe. But Cece doesn't seem nervous to me.
No, I traveled with her. I did one of these. She's done multiple trips with me, so she's kind of used to them. But I did a couple of these like 11-hour drives with her, and I didn't even have like a dog bed.
Oh.
And she would just be like, going, because she would just sit in the seat, lay in a blanket, or lay between the, back. I've usually got an SUV of some sort. So there's plenty of room for her in the back, or in the middle. But as soon as I put like a little dog bed back there, I just threw that. I was like, oh, maybe she'll want this. I threw that back. She chilled like crazy. She was so happy just to have a little bit of support around her. And so it was like, oh, okay, well, that's how you do it. And then I just turn on the AC in the back and blast her with it. And she just kind of lays there.
Do you ever get nervous about like getting into a car accident with her?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, big time. I don't care about myself dying in a car accident.
I know.
But her,
like,
that's a problem.
Like Henry Ruggs, who is eligible for parole this year, by the way. I always it's so sad that the dog died. Like, they both burned.
You know what we said?
What?
I told my son, I said, yeah, Henry Ruggs could be back with the Raiders at the end of the year. And he goes, fuck that guy. He killed a dog. I said, hold on now. There was a young lady in there too. He's like, yeah, I know. Thoughts and prayers. He fucking killed a dog.
Exactly.
Dude, isn't that crazy? We all feel like that. We're all like, but the Roops.
But the dog.
They all heard the Roops barking.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
The Roops knew what was going on. Yeah. I mean, it depends. Does Henry Ruggs still have, 4.3 speed? If he does,
has he been taking care of
all he can do is work out in the yard, right?
Yeah. And
I would have to think he has an agent, like maybe staying on him to fucking stay. Because he's legit.
He's
legit. He's very good.
Yeah.
I'd take him.
Hell yeah.
I'd take him if I were the Lions. Hell yeah. Put him next to Jamo and watch him go.
Served his time.
By the way, I was proud of the Lions' performance yesterday in a meaningless game. To come out and play. I mean, they tried their best to give it away and couldn't fucking. My brother goes, "This is what happens when you play with your food."
Yeah, fuck around.
Like, you're fucking around. You're playing with your food, and you're about to lose it all to this stupid Bears team.
Sometimes I want to wind up and kick Dan Campbell right in his fucking ass. Yeah. What are you doing running a halfback pass on 4th and 1? Just run the fucking ball.
Dude.
Christ.
It's mind-blowing.
Well, and then the clock management under around 2.5 minutes to go, and it was like, what the fuck? They got bailed out by Caleb Williams on that when he what was it called? The intentional grounding. That bailed him out because they were gonna lose.
Yeah. By the way, intentional grounding, this rule, they called it just before that Caleb Williams ones on Goff with St. Brown, who I've seen this numerous times in the NFL. I hate this call because guys run wrong routes. St. Brown cut inside instead of outside. That was going to be a perfect pass to a receiver running a 10 or 12-yard out. And they miscommunicated. You've seen this with a guy stop on a go route.
Yep.
And it's like, that's a timing thing. How are you you can't tell the difference between a guy totally under pressure like Caleb Williams just trying to unload the ball.
Well, Goff wasn't even under pressure on that.
No,
he just
no.
It was the wrong route, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it probably gets into a little bit of a gray area when you're trying to decide, well, did someone stop early on a route? But it seems like too many times those calls have been made. I just don't like them. And I don't remember that when I was younger, that being a thing. Like intentional grounding was what it was. It was rarely called, but it was obvious when it was. Now it's.
But they used to have in the grasp. Remember that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where if they were holding the quarterback, they would blow the whistle. They used to, now they don't have in the grasp anymore. That's probably why. You're seeing more of it.
Cliff asks, how many draft picks did they fall with that win? Probably 1 or 2.
No, it's 3 or 4.
Is it 3 or 4?
Well, they would have. I think they would have picked 11th, and now they're going to pick 16th or 17th. I believe I saw. Yeah, so they dropped a few. Who cares, though? Those are all the same players in there. And they need linemen anyway, so you can get a lineman at 15, 16. So,
yeah.
I would blow my wad on every lineman on the board, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, John, come join Bill's Mafia. No. My Niners are still alive, technically speaking. They're toast this week. They'll get smoked by the Eagles, but
the Eagles suck. Are you kidding?
Yeah, are you serious? I don't.
Eagles suck ass.
But
that's
so do the
not
Niners.
A guaranteed. No,
the Niners. I would pick the Niners to win that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see the Niners this week?
Did you see the Eagles last night lose to the Commanders?
Yeah, but they didn't play anyone.
I don't care.
They sat everyone.
They've sucked all year.
Yeah, they've not been impressive all year.
Yeah, I know. It depends on what Eagles team shows up, but
yeah, but the Niners have been impressive, way more impressive in games this year than the Eagles have. I mean, Purdy just last week, didn't he throw 5 touchdown passes?
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Or responsible for 5. I guess he ran 2 in.
Yeah, he ran 2. He's not. Yeah, Jalen Hurts isn't going to do that to anybody.
No, but it just. This is a weird NFL season with the teams that are in the playoffs, and there's no 93 Cowboys team in there. There's no Tom Brady Patriots team.
Seattle.
Maybe the Seahawks. Like who?
Man, fuck, they look good. Anybody could win this thing. Get in and win. The Niners had the opportunity to beat Seattle. You're at home, final game of the year, and then never leave for the whole playoffs. Right.
Like that game meant everything. Ricky Pearsall goes out, pain. Like he couldn't fucking go as the speed receiver and open. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. They couldn't do anything. They get their asses handed to them by Seattle, even though it sort of was close. Now you're going on the road. No, it was in San Francisco. Like you're at home with everything, the 1 seed on the line, which gave them a legit chance to if you're going to make some noise,
right? Maybe
you could with kind of a shitty defense, but a great D coordinator. Maybe they could make some noise. Now going on the road, starting in Philly in wild card weekend, I think they're toast. I think they lose this weekend. We'll see.
I would take the Niners, to be honest. What's the line? Do you know?
Oh, I don't even know. Probably 3.5.
I would take the Niners. Honestly.
Yeah. I don't know. The Bears don't scare me. But yeah. So what are your thoughts on the season? Are you yeah. Are you thinking the Lions? I'm worried more and more. I wasn't thinking this all year, but the fact is you have a brief couple of years with these young guys before they get paid, and then you just can't really do a lot. You're kind of handcuffed, and the Lions might be there now.
There are ways they could get $100 million in cap space. I mean, they have to renegotiate Amon-Ra. They need to renegotiate Jared Goff. They need to go talk to Penei Sewell about his contract, and they're going to still get the money. I think they convert it to signing bonuses, and then you can prorate it over the life of the deal. I wouldn't pay Sam Laporta just yet. You got to pay Jahmyr Gibbs. So they'll be $100 million. They could get to $100 million, and then you got. I think if you draft a lineman in the first round, a lineman in the second round, and get a free agent, now you got 3 new linemen. Mahogany's a good guard. That old bastard who filled in for Sewell on the right, Hubbard, played a great fucking game yesterday. You could move him to the left if Decker retires. I think they can still pull it out of their ass.
What do you think of Ratledge? You think he's going to? Yeah,
I think he's going to be good. Here's the thing: you can get as many players as you want, but if they can't stay healthy, you're fucked. 2 years in a row, they've been hit massively by the injury bug. So they may need to reassess the approach to how they get these players ready. But I just think it's a luck of the draw when you're playing football. Whoever gets hurt, you gotta hope your whole secondary doesn't go down. They don't have any safeties. I mean, Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch are both having major surgery.
Yeah,
Branch may not be ready till October.
Really?
Well, it's an Achilles.
Oh, an Achilles. He won't be ready till October.
Probably not, and he may not play at all. And then when he comes back, we've seen him. He might not be completely better till 27.
Yeah, I'm going to go on record right now and say he will not be fully ready until 27. That's just the nature of that injury.
Right, and I wouldn't push it.
It used to be that way with knee injuries.
With knee injuries, you were just retired.
Yeah.
Remember Billy Sims?
Yeah.
Billy Sims has an injury now that you can come back in 4 months on. Now, 5 months.
Yeah.
But he still walks with a limp because of it.
Yeah.
So,
well, the Achilles is what the knee injury was to the 1980s.
well,
the Achilles is a full 2-year deal.
And that injury retired Isaiah Thomas. He tore his Achilles and he said, fuck it, I'm not doing a 2-year rehab. I'm done.
Yeah.
And he just walked away from the game. That's why he retired so early, because he tore his Achilles. So, yeah, they're going to need safeties. They're going to need to get healthy corners. Brad Holmes has got to do a good job this year. He's blown the last 2 drafts. Now, if any of these fucking guys from the last 2 drafts ever develop, like Rakestraw, that could be huge, but he's been hurt. Can't make a club in the tub, baby.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the offensive line one, what the Niners, for instance, have needed for a couple years is offensive line help. And when I watch like pundits talking about those guys in the offseason, it's like, yeah, well, it's obvious. Come April, first rounder, you got to go offensive line. Like, it's just, and then they don't do it. They haven't done it 3 years in a row. And it's like you end up in the 5th round taking some linemen. I feel like that with the Lions. Like, are they going to do the right thing and go, you have a quarterback that's great if he's upright. That's the deal. That's the deal you make with a Jared Goff. So you have to do everything you can on the offensive line to have a top 3 offensive line. That's just the only way that offense is going to work. Will they do that, though? Will they go out and dedicate that kind of draft capital to O-line play? Time will tell, I suppose.
Well, they've done it. They've got Mahogany, who they got late, and I think is a starting guard in this league. And so the guards are set, and one of your tackles is set. You have you just need to figure out if you're going to move Ratledge to center and get another guard, and then what's going to happen with Decker. Sounds like he's retiring.
Yeah, so is Dan Skipper, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's got back issues.
Yeah. Is what's his name going to come back? The guy that came out of retirement and then went...
No. Goff was on one of the radio shows in Detroit this week saying, I don't think that's anywhere on the radar. You're talking about Ragnow.
Ragnow, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He's still young.
Goff said he wasn't. I'm telling you, Mike, you got to find a recent picture of him. He's lost 70 pounds.
I remember you saying that months ago at the beginning of the season.
He looks way different.
Yeah, I don't think he looks like a normal human being now. Like, he doesn't look like offensive lineman anymore. And I don't think he's coming back. And Goff said he wasn't.
I think the bigger issue with the Lions is losing Ben Johnson. That offense has never looked right, not for a minute. Dan keeps making these very frustrating, ill-timed, like he tried to fix it midseason. God bless him. Make the calls himself. It clearly didn't work. Every time they pulled out a play, it didn't fool anybody. It looked obvious to the fan. It was like, what? This just doesn't look right, feel right. None of this. You have all these great players, weapons, but you really needed that Ben Johnson, young, brilliant offensive mind. And they're going to have to address that this offseason. They're going to have to. And I don't know where you go for that. I mean, maybe you pray that a Mike McDaniel gets fired in Miami and you do everything you can to bring in someone like that. But I mean, they're going to address that, right?
Oh yeah, I think there's going to be an OC change. This is going to sound like a dick, but Dan Campbell's not smart enough to call plays and manage a game. He's just not. He's a fucking meathead. I love him, but he's a meathead, and he needs to just be the face of the organization. Because you saw, like yesterday, did you notice he burned a timeout for no fucking reason?
Yeah,
in the second half, he just took a random timeout, and I'm like,
which with the onside rules, the way they are, onside kicks, you cannot burn timeouts in the second half
randomly.
You just can't.
I think he was trying to figure out the play to call, didn't really get it in time, so he just stood there and called timeout. I don't get that. And I just think Dan needs to be managing the game. Go find an OC that you love and hire him, because John Morton's gone. He's not coming back.
Yeah, as soon as they stripped him of duties, I'm surprised he finished out the year.
He's still he's still getting paid, and he's still doing, he's still working in practice. But if you're not calling plays, why stay?
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, the season was massively disappointing, worst to first, or first to worst.
Yeah.
Because they won the division last year. Now they're tied with Minnesota, but lost both times. So they're in, last place totally. But whatever. It's not
Well,
the end
did
of
you
the
see
world.
their opponents for next year? I mean,
It looks
it's
like a 12-5 season to me.
Who is it?
yeah.
Not
So-
many good ones. The Giants.
Dude, there are 5 games in there where I look at the teams and I go, those teams are not going to be that improved next year. They're going to be shitty teams next year, no matter what they do. And 5 of them are on our schedule. The Jets, they're not going from a 2-3 win team to like contending next year.
They're going to play both of the New York teams.
Yeah. Jets, Saints, Titans, Cardinals, Dolphins. None of those 5 scare me. So they've got the Bears, Packers, Vikings at home. At home, they've also got the Patriots, the Saints, the Giants, the Jets, the Bucks, and the Titans. And then on the road, they've got the Bears, Packers, Vikings, the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona, the Falcons, the Bills. That'll be tough.
Are you
The
going to go to that game
Panthers.
in Arizona?
I don't know. I don't like going and watching my team. I like hearing the announcers and stuff. Like, I don't mind. I went and saw Brady's Bucks versus the Cardinals here on Christmas a couple years ago.
Dork.
Yeah, but I've seen the Niners play here against the Cardinals, division game. But with the Lions, Niners, I like watching them on TV more.
Okay.
So yeah, and then they also the Panthers and Dolphins. If you didn't hear that, so that's a very winnable schedule if you do the right things. So
It'll be a better year than this year.
Yeah, I hope so. I just can't believe we have to wait till next September. I'm already dying.
Yeah, but all our teams are good right now.
Are they?
The Red Wings are in first. Pistons are in first.
Yeah.
I mean, the Red Wings are going to not make the playoffs, but
hand, mouth, butt, vagina, and football, dude.
I mean, I get
That's
it.
it. That's it for me. And it's NFL football.
I'll watch Michigan basketball. They're fun. They kick the shit out of everyone.
Yeah.
They've now beaten 3 ranked teams by 30 points or more.
Really?
They're just beating the shit out of everyone. They beat Gonzaga by 30.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
They beat USC by 30. They beat, who was the other ranked team they played that they just kicked the hell out of them? I mean, they're good. They're really freaking good.
All right, I'll start watching.
You'll like it.
Yeah. I can get into it, but I really am an NFL football guy. That's my jam.
College is me. College football.
Yeah, I get it. You happy with Michigan hiring their head coach?
Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, and I don't know if I've said this before, anybody was a massive upgrade over what they had.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Jaron Moore was a 0. He wasn't even a great recruiter. I mean, he recruited, a 10th or 11th best class, but anyone can do that with that kind of money.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't special. It's a massive upgrade. Massive.
No, I hated
Underwood
that
is gonna
hire
stay.
when they made it.
I did too. I was screaming at people going, what in the ever-loving fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You don't hand that job to some fucking amateur.
No, it's a special job. It is, and I know Michigan State fans will bitch and be like, oh, fuck you.
Hey, they got a good coach too, though.
Okay. Well, the Michigan job is it's a top 5 gig in the country. It just is.
It's a top 3 job.
Probably.
It's Ohio State, Alabama, and Michigan are the 3 best jobs. They just are. And
Yeah.
Alabama's slipping because, down south, they don't have the kind of money that these northern schools have. It's like if it's all you're getting money
Texas
from.
does.
Yeah, but that's all mineral rights and oil.
Yeah.
I'm talking about South, not Southwest. But if you look at Alabama and the SEC, all those schools over there, it's all car dealers. I mean, here you have the guy who owns the Dolphins is a billionaire Michigan donor. The guy who owns Barstool, Portnoy's millionaire donor. I mean, they don't have that kind of money down there. Those are dinky, small ass little towns.
Yeah. So what you think he's just a stabilizing? What is it, Kyle or something?
Whittingham.
No.
I think they can get
Defense.
10 years out of him. I mean, he's in great shape for 66 years old, works out every day. If you see him, he looks like a movie star. And get this, his legacy, his son was a coach for the Kansas City Chiefs. They just hired him. He could be handed the job. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings with Andy Reid. He could be handed that job in 8 years. You know what I mean? And I don't know. The only weird thing to me, and I don't know anything about religion, is how the Mormon thing plays out.
Are they
Ann Arbor.
Mormon?
Everyone, the whole
Everyone
coaching
in Utah
staff's
is.
Mormon.
Oh no shit.
He brought guys from BYU. He brought guys from Utah, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see how this plays out. I don't know anything about
I think there's a pretty decent sized Mormon contingency here.
Is
Isn't
there?
that where that church shooting was not too long ago? Was that a Mormon church?
Which one?
It was.
In Oxford or something. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Or not Oxford Lake, or no, it was Grand
Blanc.
Grand Blanc. Yes, you're right. No, he drove a truck into the building.
And shot.
That's right. You're right.
Wait, wasn't that the one you knew of, Amy?
No, that was a different church shooting.
Good God.
I know.
But anyway,
it's crazy.
I don't know anything about the Mormon religion, but it's all Mormons now.
Well, they seem like nice people.
Well, I think
can they coach football?
That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck whether they go to church. Find yourself a Latter-day Saints church, knock yourself out.
Yeah, but have fun.
But I'm just, and he can coach football. Kyle Whittingham. And I think they like the fact that this guy's a no bullshit guy. He's not going to be sliding to Amy's DMs trying to get her to take her top off.
I'd respond.
What? You?
I'd respond.
Isn't he a good-looking older guy?
Yeah, and I have daddy issues. I'd respond.
You mean you have daddy issues?
Exactly.
How hard would he have to work?
Not hard.
Stay out of his fucking DMs.
Like, okay.
What would it take? Like a couple field passes, couple games for field passes?
I don't need all that.
You know what, though, Amy? Just don't do it. Only do it if he starts losing. Then we can get rid of him.
Okay.
Don't fuck with him until we know what's going on. Like,
right,
I could kiss the girl who got more fired. God, what a brilliant bitch she is. Thank you.
Why?
Lifetime job.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. It was. I don't know of a situation where I've ever been more. It was more obvious, like, this dude's way out of his league.
Ugh.
Like, you can't point to a press conference. Like, say what you want about John,
Matt Patricia and Marty Mornhinweg. Those were guys who were in over their heads too.
Yeah. And you can just point to like the leaders of Michigan over the years and just be like, yeah, you don't have to like the guy, but he's running that program. Sharon Moore, I can't think of a single press conference where you were like, yeah, that guy did good today. Like nothing.
Yeah.
So it seemed like a DEI hire all the way. I mean.
Well, I don't think he was technically DEI. Okay, here's why. He was thought of by a lot of people as a good up-and-coming coach. He got the job because they thought they could keep running it back the Harbaugh way. I don't think they cared if he was DEI or not, although I will tell you, Ward Manuel preferred a black head coach. That's an open secret in Ann Arbor. He loved when Michigan State hired Mel Tucker. He did. And so I think it made it even easier for him to hire more because he preferred a black head coach, but overall they just wanted to run back what Michigan was doing. And you knew that wasn't going to happen. He doesn't have Jim Harbaugh's brain. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, sucks to have our seasons over already, but it happens. Also, while we were gone, were you guys surprised to see the Venezuela raid go on?
You want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
The night that was going down, Friday night, I was having some wine, got a little buzzed.
Nice.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. So before I went to bed, I opened up Twitter and I saw somebody say, we're dropping bombs on Venezuela. So what do I say? Fuck off, that's AI. I close it and go to bed. I wake up the next morning and
you're like, oh shit.
And Maduro's in cuffs.
Yeah. That's
getting dog walked.
Yeah, I love
it. Hilarious. I was in the hotel room with Cece. Me and Cece were in the hotel room and I turned on the what's it?
Did she say
what's it?
D?
Fuckhead D.
They got him, D. They got him.
They got him, D. And all of a sudden it was just like, at the time they didn't know. They're showing video of like shit going down. And they're like, but we don't know if the U.S. is involved in this. And I'm like, yeah, I bet they are.
Of course we are.
Yeah. And so, and just plucked Nicholas. I mean, this sounds insane.
Yeah.
Like there's one military on planet Earth that could pull this shit off. And I don't know if you guys have watched breakdown videos of what went on in Venezuela and Caracas and stuff. Holy
shit. Prior to this, why they went and got him?
Like the night of.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Dude,
Did you play
it's insane. Though they're 30-minute breakdown videos, but it's like F-35s used, not F-16s, because F-35s, nobody in the world can fucking spot them. You don't know where they are. And they sent these planes to hover around the city. They dropped something that just fucking cleared the power. Just like, bye-bye to the power. Then they had all these, Venezuela's borders are protected by all these missile defense systems they got from Iran, they got from China, they got from Russia, and we went, bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Took them all out in 2 minutes, and then had fucking these jets overhead creating so much noise that our Delta Force was able to just fly right over the top, drop into his fucking house, kick the door in, grab this motherfucker, pull him up into the sky, and he was off. Before they knew what fucking time of day it was, that dude was on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the fucking ocean.
And it was so awesome listening to fucking Trump talk about it. And he's like, he tried to go to his door, but we were ready. We were ready. We were ready to blow up his door.
Dude,
have you seen the videos of some of the Iran bombings where they just put them right through a wall into a guy's bedroom?
Where they put what?
So
a bomb, a missile, right into a fucking guy's bedroom. Hit it right. There's a hole in the wall. This was from
That's what's so crazy is like they could literally pinpoint out anyone at any time.
Glad I'm on their side
and just shoot them.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But like, fuck yeah. And then for them to get up there and be like, fuck around and find out, motherfuckers. I'm like, yes. This is what I voted for.
Here's Trump. Here's just a quick one.
Offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
Who's he talking about? Maduro?
Maduro.
Well, okay, you've heard the theories behind all this, right?
Yeah.
A couple of them like involving China
Israel.
and Russia.
That's what it really comes down to. It's,
right. They were trying to build a base right in our backyard. So they're covering it up and saying it's narco-terrorism, but they really just don't want those fucking people in the country down there, and I don't blame us.
Yeah, you're hearing stories out of Venezuela that they had Hamas training grounds going on in Venezuela. Like there's lots of countries from Colombia, Mexico that traffic way more drugs to America than Venezuela. That wasn't really what it was, but as a world superpower, it's one thing to have people alliances across an ocean and, you know, do you get involved? Do you not? But Venezuela is 90 minutes from Florida.
Yeah.
Like that's just the reality. And so when you look at all, like I mentioned, all their air defense systems, all the stuff, it's like Chinese, Russia, Cuba, Iran. That's who they had backed in this. That was the power they were going for. And America was just like, yeah, no, sorry. You're in the Western Hemisphere. We control this whole fucking thing. Sorry, dude, you're gone. You're not doing this. And we're going to show you what we're capable of. It'll take about 20 minutes and we won't lose anybody doing it. And we'll literally pluck you and your stupid wife out of your bedroom.
The thing that pisses me off, though, is all the hypocrisy from the left. I mean, I watched Schumer. Fuck Chuck, man. 4 years ago, he was screaming about Trump not going in and getting Maduro.
Yeah.
Now he wants to impeach him again. Fuck off, dude.
These people are...
And like, do you realize how like top secret fucking missions work?
Right.
It doesn't work by telling all of you assholes who would immediately run and blow it all up.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you believe that the New York Times knew about it and didn't say anything?
Did really?
New York Times and Washington Post both had the story and held it because they didn't want to hurt any servicemen, which is the first good thing they've done for this country in 50 years.
Well, what is it? Article 2 that people lean on about needing Congress, blah, blah, blah. Yep. But even that,
but like,
when you
we're
look
not
at
war.
We
got a motherfucker who there was a warrant out for his arrest. And the people in the street are happy.
$50 million bounty from the Biden administration on this guy.
Like, guess we saved some money.
I tweeted, does Trump get the 25 mil?
Yeah, right.
I thought it was 25 by Biden, and then Trump doubled it.
They should give out bonuses to everyone that was on that mission.
Yep.
Yeah. Hearing there was a 20-year-old pilot.
Yeah.
Pilots
Really?
aged 20 to 49.
20 and 49, yeah.
Yeah. 20-year-old pilot.
Just all these backwoods good old boys.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture? They look like these guys could be hunting in the field behind your house.
Yeah.
Which guys?
Just all of them. Normal looking dudes. They were all just good old boys who dropped out of a helicopter and took that son of a bitch home.
And this hype video that's put out is fucking great. This guy talking shit. Come for me, you coward.
Venga por mí. Aquí lo esperan Miraflores. No se tarden en llegar, cobarde.
I just got
3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America.
Look at that.
And gentlemen, start.
Badass.
Come
Hell
for me,
yeah.
you coward.
I bet Trump was rock hard watching that from from some skiff somewhere.
He probably took Cialis just so he could be right.
I know.
That was awesome though, because but the meltdown on the left, the hypocrisy.
I'm
like, just blow me, all of you.
Yeah.
You people are sick.
Dude,
They're pro-dictator all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Libs of TikTok's been hilarious, just reposting this you question mark with all, and they're like, Trump would rather side with Maduro than the Venezuelan people. He's a dictator who loves dictators. And then, now they're all,
5 minutes later.
5 minutes later. Yeah. It's just hilarious. I mean, it goes to credibility though. If you can't just go, I got to admit, it took some balls to just go in there and kick the door in and do something that we've all been calling for a long time. That's got to give him that one. But they
when
can't
when they got Obama, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Balls.
Yeah. When Obama got Bin Laden.
Bin Laden, not Obama. When he got Bin Laden, I was like, all right,
Same thing.
Cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. That was awesome.
With it. It was awesome. Let our boys do their jobs, for fuck.
I reached out. So I started getting texts from a military buddy 2 weeks ago, like right when I got to California. And it was just like, hey, make sure you're watching the news. And I was like, what does that mean? And he's like, you'll see. And this is like 10 days before this happened. And then the morning, like 2 a.m. of this, I just get a skull and crossbones text.
That's awesome.
And it was like, oh yeah. Let's see. Valhalla Wait says the whole mission took 35 minutes, no casualties, no equipment or vehicles lost. Yeah.
Badass.
So I responded to one of our military guys. I just said, so are we the good guys here? And he said right off the bat, yeah, 100%. But success is a sliding scale, and the outcome years from now is all that matters. Breaking shit and killing people is relatively easy. Not that anything about that raid was a walk in the park. Nurturing a nation with pockets of nefarious characters back to health is more difficult. And he goes on, but yeah.
1995, they were the richest nation in South America.
Yeah.
And they plundered it. They plundered it.
I just want to know how Miguel Cabrera feels about all of this.
I thought the same thing. Because he can't even go back because they'll kidnap him for money.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
His family, none of the Venezuelan athletes can live there because they'll take family members and demand a ransom. That's why they don't go back.
That's
so
crazy.
I would love to hear his comment on it because, I trust him knowing that he's a Detroit. Yeah. What would his thoughts be?
Yeah.
I wonder
or like
what
Victor Martinez. He might be a little bit more plugged in.
Yeah.
I don't get this. Yeah. I don't get the picture that Miggy's following world affairs.
Yeah, I know.
He just wants to drink vodka.
He might.
Victor Martinez is on a fucking farm somewhere. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
It's probably going to be a long time before it's safe for guys with that kind of wealth to go back to a country like that.
A lot of these Venezuelans, they were saying in the days after this, want to go back. They'd like to go back to their country, but 5 million of them left because of Maduro and Chavez.
Well, here's some of the people from around there. Here's one woman I found, Venezuelan, living probably in Miami.
For all my Americans shitting on Trump for bombing Venezuela, let me tell you, I am Trump's #1 hater. I am also Venezuelan. And let me tell you, for all of you that are commenting on social media, oh my God, no war, we didn't sign for this. Oh my God, poor people, they must be so terrified. Let me tell you, every single Venezuelan that is not working for the government, the dictatorship that has been in place for more than 25 years, we are stoked. We are happy. Even the people that are currently still in Venezuela, everyone's happy about this. So can you please just educate yourself and stop spreading this bullshit narrative that, oh my God, poor people, like, they must be so scared. No, we're not scared. We've been waiting for this shit for 25 years. We've lost family members. We've escaped the country. We've had to leave everything behind to start over. Yes, some of us know Trump is a piece of shit, but sometimes you battle the devil with a bigger devil. So let him do what he needs to do, and then we can go back to shitting on him.
We go back to shitting on Trump.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Most people see it and it's just like Trump bad. That means this is bad. They put there's no like, deep thinking involved. It's just Trump bad.
Sorry.
No, it's just, Trump bad. This is bad, but they're fucking retarded. Everyone's pumped.
Yeah. Here's some of the Now, I mean, this is kind of crazy to see.
Yeah.
I thought there was one from overhead that showed like hundreds of thousands of people. Yeah, like this. Now, what I will say is I have heard that none of those videos you're seeing of celebrations are happening in Venezuela. None
what do you
them.
mean?
That none of those are actually in Venezuela, that there's a very strict lockdown going on in Venezuela right now. What you're seeing are Venezuelans celebrating around the world in those videos. So a lot of those videos are in Miami, they're in Barcelona, they're in Madrid. What was that, Paloma? But those are not what's going on the ground. That there's a serious lockdown there. I'm taking other people's word for that. The other thing that I'm hearing is
why would there be a lockdown? Because the new president is basically the old vice president.
And they know that there's a very serious risk of that vacuum being created, a power vacuum, and the worst bully of the worst steps in and tries to fill that hole. And the U.S. is trying to keep control of it. So they're trying to keep everyone out of the streets, in their homes, emergencies only, going out for, stuff really quick and then getting back as they try to put in place whatever is going to be temporarily keeping that shit together while the U.S. goes in and sets up, whatever's going to happen, locks down the oil fields and how that's going to play out. So it, I felt the same way as you guys, like, oh my God, look at all these videos of people on the streets in Venezuela. And that's apparently not what you're seeing, that those are Venezuelans celebrating, but ones that have escaped there. So the other thing I heard is people are even more happy than Nicolas Maduro being grabbed is that his wife was taken.
Oh,
that
really?
That she's apparently fucking vicious as a cartel head, brutal.
Yes.
She's the one that orders tortures, enjoys watching them. Like, she's a fucking monster and he's kind of a pussy. A lot of people are saying it. So it's like those two being in the same room and being grabbed and just hoisted up, fucking taken out of there. It's like they're more excited that bitch was grabbed.
Is that like Imelda Marcos?
Yeah.
You got her.
Yes. They're like, oh, thank God you got that fucking monster.
That's
not just
people,
Nicholas.
That's what people would think here if someone snatched Bill and Hillary.
Totally.
You can put Bill back. Get that bitch out of here.
Yeah.
Bill would be like, I just want to go back without her.
Come on, man. I'm just having some fun.
Why'd you have to take us together?
Don't make me ride with her, man. I don't want to be on no carrier with her, man. Come on. That's just cruel, unusual punishment.
I spent 40 years with that bitch.
That's so funny.
Hey, guess what? New year, new me. Guess what I've done the last 2 days, and I'm doing right fucking now.
Smoking weed.
Keep
that shit tight, Aim.
She's doing Kegel exercises.
She's never had a kid.
Making dinner.
Huh?
Not door dashing, making dinner.
Oh, what are you making?
Tonight I'm making spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
But like homemade sauce, like my grandma. So it's been cooking this whole time that I've been on the show. Yesterday I made
Rocky's
pork
like
sandwiches.
Oh, did it?
What? So good.
Right up bone? Do you have claws?
So good. Well, I just used fork because I used pork tenderloin. So it was just like, it just ripped. It cooked all day in the crock pot.
Fuck yeah.
The night before that, I made homemade enchiladas.
I feel like there's some renewal going on there, Ames.
Crazy, huh?
Dude, that's awesome.
Are you pregnant?
I'm not. No, I am not. What did I tell you?
She's nesting. Oh, right. You smoke. Amy's nesting.
Good for you. That's great.
I just told Rocky to start boiling the water. And I asked Polly beforehand. I was like, Polly. She's
Polly's her AI
friend.
Wait, you named her
She's
Polly?
my chief of staff. Yeah.
How do you name her Polly?
I just said I'm going to start calling you Polly, like Polly Pocket, because you're always in my pocket.
You have Chat GTP. Do you pay for that?
Yeah, I have the advanced whatever. I mean, like whatever. I don't know if whatever it is, $35 a year or something.
That's
it.
Oh.
I think so. I don't think it's much.
But
I was like,
made it clear that you don't care how much money gets blown out the door.
Correct. I was like, Polly.
You saved that on DoorDash today.
I know. I was like, Polly, I always get hangry before the podcast or during the podcast. I was like, what can I do? She's like, eat some apples and peanut butter and drink some water. So I had some apples and peanut butter before it started, and I'm not hangry.
That's great.
Yeah.
See, it's a win-win, Mike.
Dude, I've gotten to the place where I don't like eating out. I don't think the food's as good.
Yeah.
You know what? My wife is such a good cook, man. I'll eat whatever she cooks. Unless
the warden's like that, believe it or not. The warden.
But does she cook enough for you? Like,
no.
You join family dinner?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She cooks enough for me and G.
Does she like you there?
Huh?
Does she like you there?
I don't know.
So what was that conversation when G said, Mike's moving out here?
No, it was probably good. You know, I think she does probably. Her friends listened to the show, and it was like, oh, fuck. That can't be good. And you know, I'm assuming they all, you know, it's all groupthink. So
right, of course.
They were like, oh, like everyone's excited, you know, like, oh, you do a podcast. And it's like, yeah, don't listen.
You won't like it. I promise.
That's my go-to answer. Anytime someone's like, because I've had people like, oh yeah, this is Mike. He hosts a podcast. And then it's like, yeah, it's probably not for you. I'll be honest with you. I've been saying that I'm the worst promoter.
Probably. It's not.
It's not.
and they I guess, you know, but then people don't want to tell you, like, people don't really want the confrontation most of the time. And it's kind of a weird thing, me being here. And so it's like, yeah, we listen to the show, and, you know, they don't really say much. But one of them mentioned something about MAGA Barbie. And I was like, oh shit.
But you know what? I would suspect they would listen just to get pissed.
Maybe.
That's what they do.
Yeah. So there were mostly women watching. She cooks for me and G. Yeah. And what I mean by that, she cooks for me and G, is she cooks enough, knowing that these two dudes are going to eat like pigs. And she's really good. She really is. But, you know, I think a lot of liberal women, and I don't want to say they're all the same, but a lot of them can view that as like, oh, you know, that's what you expect from a woman. You want us in the kitchen cooking. And it's like,
kinda.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that.
I'm not lying.
I look at it like the warden has a unique interest in science. She really does. And I think you see that in her cooking. She's meticulous with the way she prepares and does stuff. And I'm not like that.
Mhm.
And so I'm a shit show when I make something. It's a disaster. You almost need to have like a kind of scientific interest to like do it right in some respects. And she's really good at it. But I think she fights that on some level. But you know, so I get
what did they say about me?
Well,
she's
I don't
ugly.
know.
She's ugly.
She looks like a dude.
Right. She has a dick.
She's trans.
Tranny. I saw her Adam's apple.
Did you guys happen to see Mike? Where did you go?
I don't know. You guys started talking about the warden, and all of a sudden I got loosed.
Did you guys see what I posted on my social media during Christmas of the hug your brother-in-law challenge at our family Christmas?
No.
Oh my God, this is so funny. I have to show it to you. Okay, so beforehand, there's 4 girls. We each have a significant other. So beforehand, I was like, I assigned everybody a brother, and I was like, you have to go up to your assigned person and just randomly hug them throughout the night, like at one point during the night, and I'm going to record you. But like, you can't say anything. Like, you just have to randomly walk up and hug them.
Where did this come from?
I just saw it on
TikTok.
And so I was like, this would be funny to do with my family. And it was fucking hilarious. Okay, hang on.
And so this is all your family?
Yeah. Oh, you probably wait, hang on.
I can't hear nothing.
I know, I can't. Why? What is happening here?
Who's filming for you?
This is Kelly.
Oh, that's Kelly?
Can you hear it or no?
No.
Why can't you hear it? That's so weird.
It's too soft.
Can you hear it at all, Greg?
Something in the background, but no.
Who's this dude?
This is my sister Stacy, the liberal. This is her husband. And the first one to hug is Kelly. He is because she is, but he probably wouldn't be.
Right.
There
you go.
This is me.
He's like, fuck off, weirdo.
This is Rocky.
Who's that sister?
My sister Jenny.
Look at Rocky. He's like, what the fuck?
This was so funny.
Does any...
Is that Rocky?
No, so Kelly's husband and Rocky look a lot alike.
Oh, okay.
Kelly's husband and Rocky look
alike.
Yeah,
Cullen.
So
that's Cullen.
So because you missed out on Cullen, you just got yourself one of them looks like him?
Exactly.
You think they look alike, really?
They do. They really do. Yeah.
Rocky's tall and...
They're both like tall.
Yeah, but Rocky's really tall.
Rocky's 6'2", but I bet Cullen's 6 foot.
Okay.
It was just so funny. This sister, this is my super liberal sister right here. This is Stacy.
Yeah.
And she's so damn funny. And she didn't want to do this because she said, quote unquote, I don't like hugging. And I was like,
that's fair.
She's a lib. They're angry.
I was like, suck it up. You're going to do it. And I was like, and you have the easiest one because Cullen is so damn nice. He's just going to hug you back. So it was the longest hug. It was the longest fucking hug. And she's just there like hugging him for like 30 seconds.
And Cullen's holding on.
Yeah, it was so funny. Rocky busted me though. Like we got through the first 2, no problem. Oh, no. And then when I was recording, when it was done with Rocky, he was like, did you just record me? So he kind of busted me and figured out that we were doing something.
Yeah.
It was so funny though.
How did it go with everybody? Did you wear like your Charlie Kirk shirt or?
No, I didn't. It
really?
was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
You just wanted to have peace for the holidays?
Yes.
I bet. Is that so? Did you guys stay away from politics completely?
Oh yeah, we don't talk about politics really at those types of things because
mine.
Good.
No.
See, I'm able to sneak off for 10 minutes with my dad, and they'd be like, "Do you believe what these fucking people are doing in our country?" You know, like, so, like,
wait, your mom's a lib?
No, my mom's not, but me and my dad are like, you know, we're like borderline racist at this point.
You're MAGA.
Yeah. So me and my dad, you know, it can be like, oh, you believe what's going on in fucking Minnesota? These goddamn Somalis, you know. And it's not worth it to say anything in front of other people. Like my sister's in that pocket of like, she's got a 10-year-old and a 11-year-old and a 9-year-old. So she's just in that pocket. She's just not paying that much attention.
Right.
And she's got 1,000 things on the schedule every day. The kids are in this and that. So she doesn't have time to sit down and scroll through TikTok and Twitter and see what's going on in the world. So I have to catch myself because I can be a bit much.
No.
I can overload people a little bit. Like, dude, you have no idea what's going on. You know.
No.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that the Hilton hotels have launched a coordinated campaign in Minneapolis to refuse service to DHS law enforcement?
Yeah, good luck with that.
They canceled them.
They're already backtracking. I just
Oh, are they?
Oh,
really?
We're going to investigate this location. It's like too late.
They got one email that said, after further investigation online, we have found information about immigration work connected with your name, and we will be canceling your upcoming reservation. You should see a proper cancellation email in your inbox shortly. Another one said, this email is in regards to the reservation you made with the Hampton Inn Lakeville property. We have noticed an influx of GOV reservations made today that have been for DHS, and we are not allowing any ICE or immigration agents to stay at our property. If you are with DHS or immigration, let us know, as we will have to cancel your immigration. Please
none of your business.
Yeah.
How about that?
Please pass on this info to your coworkers that we are not allowing any immigration agents to house on our property.
That sounds illegal. To refuse service based on where someone
and like think about that.
works?
Like you're telling, if I book a room at a Hilton, are you Googling me to find out what the fuck I do and if I'm qualified to stay there?
Yeah.
And who decides?
Yeah. I saw a lot of stuff over the weekend. People were bragging about, you know, this business put a sign up like, hey, attention ICE, you're not welcome here. And it's like, just ignore that sign.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, some idiot, like, that's like your child putting a fucking keep out crayon sign on their door.
Right.
Gives a shit. Doesn't hold any power. Ignore. We're coming in. Sorry.
Delete.
Yeah, delete. You don't get to just fucking make up rules for federal government agencies on a job situation. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
And the Hilton, yeah. What are you saying, Greg?
I was going to say, by the way, breaking news. It appears Travis Kelce is retiring.
Oh.
I figured.
Yeah. I thought he retired 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get married and
knock out babies.
Pop out a bunch of kids.
Anyway, this whole thing, though, I saw this video Fox had played that they're definitely going to look into this because now they've been called out. DHS actually tweeted it right out. Homeland Security just sent it out going, what the fuck, guys? You canceled all our rooms.
Yeah.
You know what this is, though? And it's going to fuck Hilton. It's one rogue employee. It's one asshole in Minneapolis who saw the .gov email addresses and started canceling rooms. And then had the stupidity to say, because you're ICE officers.
Oh.
Right.
You know, I would have just said, oh, my God, we overbooked. We don't have a room for you. But instead, they said it out loud.
Yeah. It's like the people that get busted by HR for being like, yeah, I didn't hire her because she's a lesbian.
Right.
It's like, wait, well, that just made it highly illegal, dipshit, you know? I just don't understand these people. I don't think they have the support that they sort of had 5 years ago for this sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like during COVID and stuff, and it seemed like the world was going crazy. Mm-hmm. And like, who supports this? I guess a lot of people kind of support. They were just quiet. They didn't say anything. People are done not saying something. Like the story that broke with Somalians in Minnesota and the daycare centers, 20-year-old kid goes in there and fucking films all this stuff and it blows up in their face and they think they're going to have a press conference and be like, racism. And you're like, yeah, bro, that shit sailed. That ain't gonna fucking fold.
You're about 5 years too late for that.
Yeah, there was a time when that worked, sort of, and we and most of us just rolled our eyes as soon as we turned our back to you, rolled our eyes and went, oh God, okay,
Right.
Not worth it. Those people are done. People are done shutting up about that shit now. Tim Walz decides, oh yeah, out of the blue, I'm not running for governor for re-election for a third term. Yeah, good luck, pal. Fucking clown. Here's part of his speech from today.
God, I fucking hate him.
I know.
I'm proud of the way we treat our neighbors. I'm proud of the way that we welcome people to this state. I'm proud of the way that we innovate. And I'm proud of the way that we are optimists for the future. No one's taking this away from us. Not the fraudsters. Certainly not this president. Not on my watch. Tomorrow, I'll be back with you. I'll give you an update on America's best paid family medical leave program that is now a week into it. And at that time, I'll take all your questions. Thank you all.
God, he's pussy. How did they ever think that pussy was going to appeal to white men 20 to 50?
I know.
I mean,
what
nice vetting, by the way.
Yeah. Unreal. Like he was saying in there, in September, I announced I would seek a historic third term as Minnesota's governor. I have every confidence that if I gave it my all, we would win the race. No, you wouldn't, clown.
No.
The rest of the people are onto you. Yeah.
You hear the theory here, though, right?
What?
They're clearing the deck for Klobuchar to run for governor so she can appoint him to the Senate.
Oh, God.
If that's you can't win a statewide election now.
No way. No way.
That's the hot rumor down there.
So, but as I reflect on this moment with my family and my team over the holidays, I came to the conclusion that I can't give a political campaign my all. Every minute I spend defending my own political interests would be a minute I can't spend defending the people of Minnesota against the criminals who prey on our generosity and the cynics who want to prey on our differences. Yeah, your job, dipshit, was to make sure that those people failed. Not let people take advantage of your generosity for 10 years.
Right.
And scam the system for years. For billions and billions of dollars, Tim. Sorry. And then he tears into Trump. Like, you're the governor of the state of Minnesota, and these fraud allegations are going on, and you're going to blame Trump for this? And right-wing YouTubers doing this for political gamesmanship.
Whatever. By the way, I just sent you guys the
that.
Hilton stuff if you want to play it.
What is it?
They're backtracking.
What did you...
well, here's what it says. Hilton's quick damage control message. They're investigating the franchisee, and it's not reflective of Hilton's values and who they welcome, and they welcome law enforcement. So they're going to blame it on the franchisee.
Yeah, and it probably is the franchisee.
That's what I said. It's probably some fuckhead in the franchisee who hates Trump, hates the fact that they're deporting illegals, and did that, and now they fucked them.
So that's got to be someone in some sort of management of a local Hilton position to make that call, right? Like that's what that's got to be. One, where did that come out from? What city? Do we know?
Minneapolis.
Oh, it is from Minneapolis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just crazy. I mean that video that broke in Minnesota and seeing those people, like, if you can't see through what's going on there, the fraud that's been going on there for years. That's why Tim Walz is taking a knee now and bouncing, trying to blame alt-right, right-wing. Like, yeah,
it'll work with his people. They'll believe him.
Do you think so?
Oh, they don't care about reason and logic. Amy, is the weed getting you?
I have a migraine, and I'm just like trying to rest my head for a second. But no, it's not.
Okay. She's like gonna fall over, sleep.
No, I'm good.
So yeah, what were we talking about? I'm losing my train of thought.
No, Minnesota.
Minnesota, Somalis, fraud. They don't give a fuck.
They don't.
Yeah, his people believing him.
They'll believe him. They don't give a fuck, dude. Come on. We just, as a country, took out Maduro, who they all wanted gone 4 years ago, and now they're just pivoting to the same old talking points. It doesn't matter with 49% of the population of this country. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Just hate Trump. They just fucking hate it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be I'm sure you guys saw this too. The new guy over at CBS, the new anchor, he was supposed to have his first show today, but they ended up doing it
a lot has changed since the first.
I thought this was kind of interesting. So New Year's Day, CBS News posted a video of this guy, Tony Docupol. I don't know who he is. I haven't paid attention to these guys in forever. Sharing his mission statement for the news. But all I think of is like a 20-year-old kid or 23-year-old kid broke the biggest fraud story that we've seen in decades in this country.
Yep.
As far as I know, CBS News still isn't doing anything. CNN is doing everything they can to act like that's a bullshit story. And so, well, here's his mission statement.
A lot has changed since the first person sat in this chair. But for me, the biggest difference is people do not trust us like they used to. And it's not just us. It's all of legacy media. And I get it. I get it because I've been hearing about it from just about everybody for more than 20 years as I've traveled America on this assignment or that. My mom's neighbors in West Virginia, my own neighbors in New York City, thousands and thousands of conversations in between. Sometimes people want to talk to me about our coverage of NAFTA or the Iraq War. Other times it's all about Hillary Clinton's emails or Russiagate. Yeah. Or more recently, COVID lockdowns, Hunter Biden's laptop, or the president's fitness for office. The point is, on too many stories, the press has missed the story because we've taken into account the perspective of advocates and not the average American.
What? Who cares what the average American thinks? Your job is to report the facts, not get a consensus of what the American people think. That's not your job.
Here's the thing. Because of what we've learned, and I'm sure, Amy, you'll agree with this, and Mike.
Yeah.
We know they're actors. Like, how many guys have we seen retire and then find out they're raving left-wing lunatics like Terry Moran from ABC? He's an actor. He acted like he was down the middle when he was on ABC.
Yeah.
But it shows up subtly when they say the chaotic administration of Donald Trump rather than just the Trump administration.
Right,
they put those little words in there that make you think they're playing it right down the middle, but they really do try to bait you to the left. They just try.
How about this one, Greg? Trump wrongly claimed the election was stolen. Well, he didn't. No, he just claimed it was stolen.
Right. Right.
You added wrongly every single time you've said this.
Right.
Trump just made a claim. Your job then is to go vet his claim, and you did none of that.
Right. That's exactly right.
That's the problem. This guy, though, goes on and on. Oh yeah, we're gonna work to build back trust. The problem I see is your audience is. You've built up an audience that is super anti-Trump. You can't even say like, well, I think his hair looks better today. I'll give him that. Like even that is like, what are you, a fucking fascist?
Fuck you, maggot.
So what do you do with those when you have to talk about real stories and give nuance to them that might make Trump not look like a total fucking monster when you've really kind of done everything you can to advance that story for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like there's no way out of that. You can't all of a sudden be like, here's why the Venezuela thing is kind of cool. Like the people that listened to you and hoped you'd be fair and balanced, those people bailed years ago. They're gone.
Oh yeah.
You're not getting them back.
No.
The three people sitting here are never going to CBS News for jack shit anymore.
Nope. If I ran CBS, I would just dump the news. if it wasn't profitable, I would just dump the news because no one gets it from the networks anymore. They're going to go to their cable channels.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you look at the news last night. So the NFL season's wrapping up. Falcons announced their coach is firing on X. And my brother goes, God, can you believe this? We're getting this breaking news on X. I go, yeah, gee, that like, what do you want them to do? Call a press conference, wait for the trucks to arrive at the fucking building so that they can let us like, no.
What
you
story
just go
are
to
you
X.
talking about?
The Falcons firing their coach.
Oh, yeah.
It was being broadcast on the news last night. Just their tweet. It was just like, yeah, we've relieved fucking Raheem Morris of his duties. I don't need the fucking press vans to show up for a 9 a.m. press. No, you don't need to do that anymore. When was the last time, like if you asked a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I know, Amy, give me a minute. We'll wrap up. I know you're dying.
That felt so good what I was just doing.
If you need to call it a night, don't worry about it. We've only got a couple minutes left anyways. But if you ask a kid today, if you're around any young kids, you ask them what they want to do when they grow up. If it's not the firefighter, doctor, that kind of shit, they all want to be YouTubers.
Yeah.
None of them say, I want to be on TV. I want to be an actor. Right. I want to be, no, they want to be like, they want to do what the fucking kid did in Minnesota.
Right.
They don't want to do. Yeah, they don't want to fucking go to CBS. We're going to work hard to build back. Yeah, dude, that ship is so sailed. So, I mean, I don't mean to sound black-pilled about it, but like that's over. Like you have a couple years left as 65-year-old plus people are still hanging on desperately to, I get my news from CBS every night. Like, okay, you could maybe play that game for a few years. That ship has so sailed though. That kid, what was his name? Nick Shirley?
Yes.
Last I knew, he was up to 130 million views on his 42-minute video about Somali crime fraud. Like, it would take
Fox News only has 2 million viewers.
Right. CBS News, no, that's not going to work. Sorry. And I don't see you jumping in your fucking vans to race down to uncover everything with all the resources you have to find out exactly what's been going on in Minnesota. That would be a great start, but I don't see any of you doing it. None of you are doing it. CBS News, Barry Weiss. That would be a good one. Send a team there with all your resources, all your connections, and find out exactly how deep the fraud goes. And my guess is you won't touch that. So we'll just let 20-year-olds keep doing it. They don't seem to give a shit.
Do you follow Alex Jones at all?
You know what? I really don't.
But he's sometimes right.
Oh, he's always right. It's not sometimes. It's 85% of the time.
Okay, he just said on his show today, the U.S. is, now that Maduro's in U.S. custody, he's going to turn state's evidence and expose Democrats' history of election theft and drug trade money laundering.
Yeah.
It'll never happen. I wish. It just never happens.
Well, I know. And 49% of people wouldn't believe it anyways.
And he'll turn up dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can I say something before we go? Do you know who Pat Caputo is?
Yeah, I had that story. Of course. Pat, you hired Pat, right?
I hired Pat to go on the fan when he was at the Oakland Press.
Yeah. How weird. His tweet just came up on my phone.
Did it?
As you said that. Yeah. That's so weird.
I hired him. I used to go to spring training, me and Jamie, and stay at his apartment because he would go for a month and get an apartment with the Oakland Press. And he used to tease me because I would iron my shirts. And so I hired him. But you know why I hired him? Because he sounded like that guy sitting on the end of the bar talking about the Tigers.
Dude.
Of baseball. And so I said, that's the guy we need to have on. So I hired him to do part-time on the fan back in the day.
So what was he at the time? Was he an Oakland Press writer?
The Oakland Press, he was there his whole career. And the funny part is he walked into my office one day and he goes, this is full circle. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I wrote about you in high school because he would write about Troy, when we were good. And he showed me a couple articles where he wrote about us and my name was mentioned.
Really?
And we were really good friends back when we worked together. I kind of lost touch with him over the years, but he put out an announcement today that he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer and some other serious diseases. And just thoughts to that guy, man. It's awful.
He posted, for those wondering where I've been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, commonly referred to as a death sentence, and had 2 other serious ailments, which put me in the ICU for several days. It was sudden. I've literally been on my back for weeks. Bless you all. Yeah, it's terrible news.
He sounds like a dick on the radio, but he's the furthest thing from a dick. He's just rough. He's a grumpy old man. In the 30s, he was a grumpy old man.
Well,
and he was a great athlete at Birmingham Groves. He was a baseball player. Oh yeah. And
it's funny, man. When the Red Wings first started their run, like 90, like that iteration of the Wings that got really good and ended up going on and winning all the cups. So 94, when did that start? 92, 3, 4?
Yeah.
94, 5. That team you put together on The Fan was must listen to radio for sports fans. And me and Jay, who did this show with me for many years, the first version of the Detroit cast, Jay and I we'd go and meet with 4 other friends. We'd go to a bar, we'd watch the game and have beers. And then Jay and I especially could not wait to run to our cars, to turn on the fan, to listen to Pat. And it was even better when they lost, because he'd fucking go off. Yep. And it was 2 hours straight of he'd be losing his mind on the air. You had to hear what Pat Caputo was saying about
him and Regner and Regner
myself
were the only honest ones on the radio station.
Yeah.
Everyone else was playing it safe.
Yeah.
Because Wojo
Regner
had another job. He couldn't really get nuts.
Yeah.
Stoney wanted everyone to like him, so he couldn't get nuts. Jamie wanted everyone to like him, so he couldn't get nuts. So it was just me, Regner, and Parker when he was there, and Caputo, who would just fuck it. What do we care? I don't care. Yeah. And now Valenti's the only one who'll do it. So it's it's just he is I mean, I know it's a death sentence and this and that, but I'm praying that he can beat this thing. He's a good guy. And I get a kick out of listening to him. One day my kids were in the car with me and they're like, who the fuck is this guy? I said, you got to know him to love him, because you haven't been listening to him for 20 years.
Yeah.
They're like, he doesn't sound like a radio guy.
Well, he's not.
He's just a regular dude, man.
He's a print guy.
He's an old school newspaper man.
Yeah.
Well, I picture him with the press hat on and chomping on a cigar.
Yeah. And there's a lot of us that have stories. Regner too. Regner is a fucking special one, especially in those days. And, it was great radio, great stuff to listen to when we were younger. And, we're all praying for the best, wishing the best for Pat. And, it's just terrible news.
It's funny you talk about those guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember, dude, that was the premiere. Like it was right around that time, because I'd listened to like JJ and the Morning Crew, and then I found this show, Drew and Mike. They had just started 92.
Was it Drew and Zip or Drew and Mike?
It was Drew and Mike when I found them, and I remember doing commercials. You can take off, Aim, if you're dying.
Amy, you can go.
We can wrap this up. Yeah,
right.
Go ahead.
We'll wrap it up.
We can bullshit. We can do our bullshit radio thing for a couple minutes, and I'll see you tomorrow. Feel better.
Bye, Aim. Feel better with your headache.
Thanks. Oh wait, I almost just ended the stream instead of leaving.
You know what though? Hopefully we can get another super chat for your headache.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Super chatting.
Hey, it's great. It's great to be back with you guys.
Yeah.
See you, Amy.
All right,
feel
bye.
better. We'll do it again tomorrow.
All right, see ya.
But yeah, so I would listen to JJ and the Crew, and then it was like, oh, who's this Drew and Mike, this new show on Riff? And I would go over there during commercial breaks, and then it quickly became like must listen to radio.
Yeah.
And so that was my morning thing. Before I ever got into radio, I didn't even know how you'd go about getting into radio. And then The Fan in the afternoon and evening, and listening to all you guys, and it was just so fun. The Red Wing stuff really stood out to me because they were the best team in town. And
if you watch the documentary on ESPN, the 30 for 30 on the Red Wings, that Colorado, we're all over. I think that Colorado rivalry helped launch The Fan, because I grabbed a hold. Well, the Red Wings were good. There was a rallying point when Draper got hurt. We printed shirts. We had Claude Lemieux character on, Swindell, and we went after it. And I think that's when people were like, oh, this is fucking great, man. And the reason the fan was that way, I was the PD, and I grew up listening to Purton, and I'm like, make fun of everything, because I would listen to Mark Andrews do 2020 News, and I'm like, he's just making fun of everything. So when it came to, it was like, be honest, be passionate, and at the very least, make fun of it. You can make fun of Claude Lemieux. Fuck him. You know, you can make fun of William Clay Ford. Fuck him.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the charge. No one knew what they were doing.
And that message coming from the PD carries so much weight. Like, people that aren't in the business don't understand. Like, the PD has this weird role of kind of like being the referee between, sales and advertising and management, ownership and talent. And that can be a really tough spot to be in, where a lot of times the PD, in my, in places I've been, like, it's rare to get into a spot where it's like, they're untouchable. Let them do what they do. They bring in the ratings. Fuck it.
Yep.
Half the time you guys are stuck going, hey man, take it down a notch.
Never.
And the fan didn't do that. And that's your job. That would have been you going, go hard or go home.
Well, it's funny because there's a guy in radio who oversaw all of the stations. Then there was a GM, Peter Conley, who was above me. He was my
I worked for
boss.
Peter at one point. Yeah.
Peter used to get shit from his boss about the fan all the time, and he'd tell me about it, and I'd say, I'm not changing a thing. we were using the word retard all the time. And I said, okay, what's your point? He goes, all right. Because he knew I wasn't going to stop doing it.
Right.
But it was, he would take the hits so I could keep doing what we were doing. And we were talking about that just the other day. He'd be like, man, I'd get calls going, you got to tone Henson down. You got to get that whole station in line. And I'm like, why would you tone down a station that's billing $9 million?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
well, for talent on the air, having someone have your back that is everything. It's everything. And Drew had our back, even though Podell, was the PD, and Podell had our back too. But at a certain point, Drew was kind of the king of everything. And it was like, if Drew signed off on it, it could go. And you couldn't, to the point where most of my career, you couldn't fire me.
Right.
If you were management, like you'd have to go through Drew to do that. And that wasn't going to happen.
No.
And so, having someone have your back in those instances, or having a PD that's like, I'll hold the line. You guys fucking keep doing what you're doing.
Give me some listeners. Right.
Go get it.
And the only guy who I had to ever reel in was Parker. Because
Rob Parker.
Rob is really talented. I love Rob. He's a good dude. But Rob thought he was Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And so, he would get on the air and he'd get an interview with the Fabulous Sports Babe, who was on after him.
Oh, yeah.
And
what happened to her?
She's in Florida. She's retired. She had cancer and she beat it and she just retired.
Okay.
But he would get her on the air and go, oh, you fat pig, you fat ass. And I'm like, Rob, how is that helpful to anyone? And all you're doing is hurting her feelings. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
And then he had Gibby on, and he would always try to get Kirk Gibson to admit he was, a Tiger shill or whatever it was. I don't remember. We almost came to blows over that. And it was like, Rob, that's not helpful. He's on our team. We don't pay him to be on your show, and you're being a dick.
Yeah.
And it was like, he was the only one I ever had to just say, will you fucking relax?
Yeah.
Because Rob thought he was Howard,
Yeah.
And it would just, it went too far. I think it turned people off.
I think there was a push. There was a lot of us that in those years really thought that was the way. I gotta be that guy. Like, that's how you stood out.
Yeah.
Was pushing the envelope. Stern set a lot of that, and you're kind of chasing, like, everybody in the country knew Stern was untouchable. Stern could do anything. Stern could ask anything.
Right.
It's a fine line to walk. I get it. I remember being young and feeling like no one's going to tell me what I can't say on the air.
Oh yeah, we all thought that.
Like,
right?
We all thought that. You look back now, it's kind of douchey.
Kind of.
But you don't I mean, in the early days, in your early 20s, like, you don't really have a voice yet. You're kind of still figuring who you are. you know, and so it's tough, but you know, some of those guys figured out who they were, and the Fan is the one I think of, like of all the stations on the dial. That's where I went to listen to like real talkers talk, you know, about shit I was interested in.
I find that fascinating that so many radio people used to listen.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know you guys were listening. Although the couple times I ran into Drew and Mike, they were like, "Hey, we listen after the show all the time."
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? You guys are listening to us? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause they were the ones that were at the top of the mountain, not us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were in our own little niche, you know, like we
God, I think of you guys as huge in those days too.
You know what's funny? When I left there, I left because I didn't think anyone gave a shit. I'm like, no one gives a fuck about this dinky little station. And it was in the big picture dinky. It was an AM station with a great signal during the day and a shit signal at night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no one gives a shit. I need to get on an FM station. That's when I went to 97.1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, fuck this.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Actually, do you have some news about
I do. You want it now or tomorrow?
I want it now. I want to break some news. Actually, don't get yourself in trouble, but
I don't think anyone cares.
No.
I'm going to work. I'm back to work next week.
Nice.
And I'm taking control.
What's that? Go ahead.
I'm taking control of one of the big news talk stations in middle of America. WHO.
WHO, the Ho.
The Ho. WHO, who? It's a news talk station in Des Moines. And I wasn't going to go to Iowa. I'm like, Iowa.
Yeah, there were other players involved.
Yeah, the same company, different towns. And my thought was, in the end, this station really matters. It's a big station in the middle of the country. And they really, I haven't been this wined and dined in 20 years, Mike. I mean, I'm really impressed. iHeart found the guy they wanted and went after him. And they made me feel like this is the best possible job in America.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty stoked, you know. I went out there for a visit, loved it. I didn't know what to expect from Iowa because I lived in Nebraska for a year. But Iowa reminds me a lot of here, where I'm at now. Like where I live in Grand Rapids and then 10 minutes out of town it's cornfields.
Yeah.
You know, so I live right on the edge of the city of the cornfields now, and I'm like, it kind of looks like home. I think I'm going to take it. And so I'm going to keep doing the podcast, but I'm pretty excited to get back to work. But yeah, this is a great gig, Mike. I'm telling you, these guys came strong, and I'm really excited because you know how radio is now.
I do.
Every $5,000, they're like, I didn't even have to counter. I'm just done. I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm excited to get out there to work.
It'll be interesting.
I've been off 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, you know, being on the beach is just part of radio. So
it is. It was a great 3 months because it's a whole month of the holidays where I got to just do nothing. You know, and my wife has a great job, so we weren't sweating this time. In the past, we would have been sweating because she was a teacher, but she's doubled her income, and she's like, just chill out, find a gig you like. She goes, and we can go anywhere because the kids are staying in Michigan because they're in college.
Yeah.
And so what the fuck? Let's go.
Really? That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But you'll be able to still do the podcast.
Yeah.
Which is great.
30% cheaper to live out there, by the way. Gas is cheaper.
Really?
Yes.
So are you going to buy a house or?
Oh, yeah. I don't think at my age I can afford not to buy a house because I need that. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to sell this one. We'll go out there. We'll find one good for us, maybe downsize just a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to have to get my basement finished out there, Lynn. Yes. Or buy one finished. But yeah, we're going to buy out there. You know, we want to. Okay, so my plan with the house is when we're dead, I want the kids to sell it and keep the money. You know what I mean? That's the goal with the house. So
sure. Well, that's awesome. So what does the station entail? Is it like all talk? Is there some music in there?
Nope, it's news talk.
So is it one station? Is it multiple?
It's one.
Yeah.
It's the number one station in their in the division that I'm going to work for in the whole company. I mean, it bills a ton of money, and they just need somebody with experience doing news talk. And you know, I had RVA in Richmond, I had WOWO in Fort Wayne, I had PGB in Pittsburgh, and there aren't many of us left because a lot of the old talk programmers are retired. You know, And so they had a hard time finding it. It's been posted forever. And I was looking at another job with iHeart on the East Coast. And I said, well, what about Iowa? Because that's closer to home, right?
Yeah.
It's 7-hour drive. It's $200 flight.
Yep.
So he said, that one might be perfect. And so we started talking. A month later, they sent me an offer sheet. I was blown away. So I signed it.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So I can't wait to get to work out there. And it'll be nice because what I'll do is every day after work, we'll do the podcast. I'll just do it in my office there.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So when do you start?
Monday, week from today.
Okay.
I'm going to drive out Sunday.
And the official press release comes out tomorrow. So this is technically breaking news.
I think so, if anyone gives a shit.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, though. Hold on. Oyster's going to be without me for most of the 5 months.
What?
Well, I'm going to stay at an Airbnb out there. I got one. And the guy's like, you can bring your dog, but she'd have to stay in the room when you're not there because he's got 2 Great Danes. And she wouldn't mind the Great Danes at all, but I don't want to leave her in my room while I'm out there.
Why don't you bring her to work?
Well,
you've done that before.
Maybe as I get to know it better. I don't know anybody. You know what I mean? I kind of got the lay of the land.
Dude, I think you can do that. I think a lot of people do that now.
I might, especially out the further west you go, the more dog friendly shit is.
Yeah. People are super dog friendly.
And she's easy. She'll sit in my office and do nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for at least for a while, I'm not going to take her, so I'm going to just have to FaceTime her.
Oh, that's funny.
I know.
That's
it's
funny.
tough, man. I don't want to leave her with my wife.
All right, let's do
to train her.
Yeah, right. You don't want that.
She thinks Oyster's unruly, and I'm like, bullshit.
Oh, stop.
She's not unruly at all.
No, not at all. She dances.
Yep.
She's great.
She'll give you high fives.
Let's see. God bless 3G. So it's an unforced error, but I don't blame him. Trump troll level equals master. I don't know
about?
that goes back to before we were off. And I got our first email from James for the year. So why don't we go out with that? Nick Reiner. And we didn't talk about Rob Reiner's son.
Oh, Nick. Do we want to read this?
Probably not, but just doing the Lord's work 50 years too late, but it couldn't have happened to a nicer fella. As I said on September 10th of 25, I'm so fucking done with all commie, fucktard, godless liberals. They all deserve what comes to them. This is a typical James email.
Yeah.
They've exhausted my compassion. I less than 2 squirts of Jesus's shit for godless. I could give less than 2 shits for godless, subhuman, America-hating libtards. They are all welcome to look up at us anytime they feel like saving the planet. God bless. Dude, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who feel that way, that I'm done with the compassion thing. You've taken advantage of it.
Yep.
And you've made it clear how you feel about this country, how you feel about white men, especially.
As a voter, fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah. I think there's unfortunately a lot of people that feel like that. It's like, no, fuck it, man. We tried to be nice and, understanding. And so.
Yeah. I really didn't care that he was, I didn't want him to be slashed to death by his own kid, but fuck that kid. You know what I mean? I mean, you little pussy, you had everything. Your dad tried his ass off to save your stupid ass.
Yeah.
It's more of a father-son thing for me. Like, I feel like my kids mostly appreciate me and my wife.
Yeah.
But I mean, this kid did not appreciate shit that his rich dad did for him. If you're setting aside the political shit, which I don't usually, but it's a father-son thing. How dare you?
And it sounds like it goes back to when he was a little kid. I always wonder, like, if, we'll probably find out what kind of dad he was. Like, I think there's definitely a connection to all the trans shit when it's like all these Hollywood families with, I got 2 fucking non-binary kids and a trans daughter. You're like, yeah, okay.
Right.
You're a shit fucking parent. I'm sorry.
But he sounded like he was a good parent.
Yeah.
Maybe too good. Maybe he let him get away with too much shit.
Oh, yeah.
But they
Sounds
also
like it.
said the kid was resentful because they were always sending him to rehab. They were trying to fix it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But who knows? Sometimes for being a great parent, you fuck up too because the kid never learns consequence.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like spoiled his ass.
It's hard, and I see it. You want the best for your kids, you know. Like what it's got to be really hard. I'm speaking as someone without kids, but with 2 nephews and a niece, and I see how hard it is to be a good parent that's there, is supportive, but also holds them accountable. I struggle with Cece. She looks up at me and it's like, oh, you need a handful of treats, even though it's like you want them to love you so much. You want them to, like that would be really hard with a kid. I get it.
Well, my wife would tell you that I was the softie,
yeah,
because she was kind of the hammer a lot of times. But my thing is I don't ever, like, even with Oyster, I don't ever want to bully her. Like my wife's like, I'm going to train her when you're gone. And I'm like, don't bully the dog. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
She's got a great personality. She's a sweetheart, or great spirit. Same with the kids. Like one of them is a hothead who the minute my wife asks him to take out the garbage, he loses his shit.
Yeah.
And then I have to go in and go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Take the garbage out. How hard is that? That's how I deal with shit. The other one, he'd be like, oh, in a minute. And I'm like, dude, when you say in a minute, that means in 4 hours after you badger me all day.
Yeah.
I said, you got to get into the mindset where you just do what you're asked. You live under our roof. We ask very little of you, It
makes so much sense as you get older, because I was the kid that just wouldn't fucking do it.
No, I know.
And my parents were amazing. And I tell them now when I see them, I'm like, I don't know how you put up with me. It was like my whole job for the week was to mow the lawn once.
And you couldn't be bothered.
And I couldn't be bothered. And I had nothing going. And it was just a dick. I don't know why 15-year-old me wouldn't just go mow the lawn. My friends would come over and be like, dude, just mow the lawn. It'll take 20 minutes and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we'll go get some beers.
My parents would go, I don't care when you mow the lawn. You can't leave until you do. And it's like 9 hours later, my friends come over like, dude, let's go. Let's go out tonight. And it's like, he's not going anywhere until the lawn's mowed. Half the time, my buddies would help me mow the lawn. Like, it's like, I look back at it now and I go, what was the fucking point? Was it just like, it was just attitude for attitude's sake. And they never beat me. They didn't scream at me. They tried every way they could to encourage me. And it's, it was probably entitlement on my end. Like, you're not going to tell me what to do. Like, I don't know. I look back with a lot of regret now. Like, God, I'm sorry I was such a miserable fuck for no reason.
Right.
Right. And so who knows what was going on in Nick Reiner's life? You got to imagine someone like Rob was gone all the time.
Right.
All the time. I mean, he's a legend as far as Hollywood. He's a dipshit when it comes to his politics, but he's a legend. That guy would have been on the road all over the world for 40 years, 50 years. Yeah. Like, how much can you really be there for your kid in middle school and high school and after, Yeah, Cliff, I read that Reiner spent over $3.5 million on his kids. I bet it was more than that. And the amount of time, like, what do you do as a parent? I don't even know.
It's scary. I had one incident where my son, where during COVID, we had to check him in because he felt like he might hurt himself, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because COVID fucked up the kids. It did.
Yeah.
You locked them down, and so we got it taken care of, and he's fine. But that was a scary, scary time for 3-4 days where it's like, is he going to hurt himself? And we had to take him to the hospital, make sure he didn't.
Yeah.
And now he's just fucking fine. He's great. He's thriving, but it made me nervous.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing.
Dude, what is the saying? You're only as happy as your most unhappy kid.
Yep.
And I get it. And I every time I see my mom, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I know that never goes away. You are a parent to me forever, for your whole life. So whatever's weighing on me, bothering me, it becomes baggage you carry, and it sucks.
And I would never tell my mom shit.
What's that?
I would never tell my mom negative shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to be bothered by it. It was like, oh, things are great.
Yeah.
But I got to be honest, I never really had a ton of negatives.
Yeah.
Had a couple deaths that were premature in the family, but other than that, it was like, I don't have anything to complain about. I don't complain. You know, it's not nothing's that big a deal.
Yeah, no, it's a great attitude, but I am looking forward to finding out what we find out about. Who knows what we find out about the Reiner household? I mean, that is so grim. That story.
And the kid's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. That's or the death penalty, but I don't think they'll seek that.
Yeah, unless he has some tale about abuse that is
that's
off
his
the
get out of
charts.
jail card, isn't it? His get out of the death chamber card.
Yeah,
his dad was abusing me, but I
Yeah.
don't think he's going with that. I think they said he's going to go with
Insanity.
insanity. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep him out of the death chamber too.
Yeah, but California doesn't. They're not going to do the death penalty on anyone, anyways.
No.
So, all right, buddy. Well, we'll do it again tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year. It's good to see you. And Greg, have a great night.
back.
Yeah. And I will see you